Hello guys, so this video is going to be about being an empath and why being too empathic is actually a really big burden that we continue to carry. Usually what we refer to as empath are beings that are highly sensitive, but it also means that we grow up in circumstances or dysfunctional families where we experience walking on eggshells. For example, a father figure was very unpredictable and at times really violent or bipolar. We empaths then naturally go, instead of being rooted in the safety within our body and in our root chakra, we avoid that and become hypersensitive and aware in our third eye, which our awareness is then continuously projecting outwards with that sensitivity into the outer world. So our third eye is continuously tracking and sensing the energies around us to make sure that we are safe. With this third eye, with this clear vision though, comes the positive side that we empaths can deeply feel the other, penetrate deeply under people's auric fields. The fifth line in human design is also known to be the most distrusting and most held back, yet is the most penetrating when it comes to being with people, having communications. And because of their withdrawn nature, they come out in the world just extra sensitive. Let's get into one of the main reasons why being an empath and too empathic in this current world, this Maya, this illusion, can be the biggest detriment. Self-centered, narcissistic people, or basically most people in this world, I'm not saying that they're narcissistic or not empathic at all, but most people in this world go through life not highly sensitive to their surroundings. Therefore, because they don't and they didn't grow up with this hyper awareness to sensing people's energies in order to stay safe, they did not develop the same extent of human knowledge, this human understanding, and this ability to sense and deepen emotionally with other people, to understand the human complex behaviors on a deeper level. People who spend lifetimes being self-centered, rigorous, relentless leading pursuits and positions in their past lives, they will most likely incarnate into this life studying psychology. The reason why is because they need to understand more about the human behavior in order to empathize to other people's feelings. These people will also most likely grow up in this life to actually be more sensitive, to actually be more aware of other people, to actually feel more emotions. Now, being too empathic in this world, meaning we continuously cognitively understand, but then this fear response come in that we need to adjust continuously to other people in order to be liked, in order to be accepted, in order to be validated. All these human needs that we have, that we are intrinsically worthy of I am actually worthy of profound connection with other people. I am innately, because I am the universe. God's self is not limited. It's just infinite in its ways that it can maneuver with other people through the depth that it knows. Too empathic people, they give away their power continuously to the outer world. They give their power away to these made-up illusions that they continue to hold on to out of a fear mechanism of trying to stay safe, because that's all that they knew growing up. I'm not going to deny all the trauma, the traumatic experiences that shaped these pains and these wounds. We are all pain, we all have wounds. In each relationship that we step, we will always carry to some extent this imprint of a wound from past relationships, and in every relationship we're going to get hurt and be pained anyway, but this is just the natural cyclical part of the energetical dance that we're now in. Now let's slowly get to one of the most important things that I want to convey here, because I want all of you guys, and that's why we are all making these kind of videos, probably why you're listening, we all want to step more into our own unique power. Empaths will naturally attract more narcissistic, self-centered people in order to learn that quality that they are still carrying in this life, which is being more rooted in their self-identity. Now, being too empathic in this world, we forget and we continuously analyze the outer world, give our energy to the outer world, give into these illusionary chatters that, oh, when we show up in this way, we will feel the shame. Or when we do this kind of thing, we will feel the guilt. Well, these things are still all fear-based and withdraw us from creating this powerful column of energy that we really are and that we can be. We can fill our whole vessel up with an infinite amount of power if we learn to not only conserve, but stop giving away into that fear. When empaths withdraw more from the world and they come and do the inner work, they heal a lot of the pain. What will be left is this core existence of an identity within themselves. And this realization is as follows. It contains this simple realization: I am the center of all of my experiences. All the realities that I project in this Mayan illusionary world is a reflection of my beliefs and my habitual thoughts. Beliefs and thoughts are also just frequencies and energies condensed into certain patterns of energy, into certain geometric shapes. Now, we don't necessarily experience it that way, but when you go into the higher dimensions, may you take any substance or do you just meditate a lot, you will experience that everything has a geometric structure. All the chaos that we seem to try to control is actually just in perfect symmetry. That you are God in human form, that you don't need to conform to all these fears all the time. And just walk through life, because in the end, and I don't like to say this, but you are, there is no other. It just seems like that. So if you want to play this game in the most profound, powerful way, and especially if you're an empath like me, or grew up like that, highly sensitive, do the inner work, get into your power, transcend the shame and the fears, step into your own leadership, leading yourself first, because then you can lead other people to live a bold, courageous, and less fear-run life. I say, make use of this mirror of a life. When you attract certain people that trigger you, especially narcissistic people, and I'm sure most people who listen to me are empaths too, very sensitive, compassionate, loving, and kind people. This world that we live in now, I need you to understand that you are the main character. So stop getting into your own way or getting too distracted and involved with other people. You came here to identify with your unique soul and to play your energetical part in this world to the best of your capabilities. And watch you shift into the most magical, amazing timelines, into the higher realities where your wishes and desires are met. When you do actually lean into your core existence, continue to realize that you don't need to give your power away to all of these things that we thought that we needed to when we grew up being highly sensitive and empathic. I'm not telling you to become less sensitive. I'm telling you, become more sensitive to your core being. A good way to practice this, and we talk more and we do all these meditative sessions in my weekly group calls. Simply join my Ko-Fi page. There's a community there, and we will talk about these things, stepping into power, do meditations, emotional and healing work, and basically just solve the problems that we have from the inside. Therefore, the outside will reflect that new reality that we've come to embody within ourselves. Either way, this technique is very simple. Simply breathe with me through the nose. And when we breathe outwards through the mouth, we breathe twice, 3 times slower. This allows your nervous system to calm down more, to try to control less and penetrate every emotion. And it creates eventually more space within our existence, within our body, between who we really are as the observer and infinite awareness, infinite possibilities and realities, and the content of experience. When we create more space, watch your anxiety, depression just fade away. Commit to watching every emotion and distancing yourself more. The direct path means I just directly turn around, not necessarily like that, but I just sink back into the nature of who I am. This is the core identity that we really are. It has nothing to do with this illusion. It is where our power lies. And when you walk through life knowing that that is you, I'm gonna tell you, all your problems will fade away, even health problems. I healed so much within my body. My latest wounds that I healed, I had like a big ulcer. I give loving attention to it. I feel my emotion, gone. Big splinter in my foot, it infected my foot. I heal it, I let go of what I needed to let go of, healed, gone. Digestive issues, healed, gone. It's all emotional and then it manifests. Either way, there's so much more. I talk more about health and all these kind of things inside of my community, more free resources. Make sure you download my free ebook, The Power of Imagination, just right here. Talks about so many beautiful and amazing, potent, powerful things that inevitably shifts the way you think and view life into more positive, more understanding of these existential questions that we ask ourselves. So you can find it in the link in the bio, community too, free resources too. Community, however, does have an up cost because, I'm putting a lot of my energy and effort to make sure that this is in a safe, empowered environment for each of us to have our own safe space. It isn't a huge one, and I do that intentionally because I believe that when we have more intimate group settings, things will just unfold in a much more effective way. Thank you. I hope this video empowered you. I hope this informed you. I hope this gives some understanding to what it means to grow up empathic and how that can also have negative effects and what is actually needed in this world. Well, those are also things that it's worthy for you to contemplate on. So have a good one.